You know, a lot of years then passed since FBG Brick was shot and killed in Chicago. A lot of people didn't put that story to rest. You know, I done spoke to Coby Mack's son. You know, Coby Mack was there with FBG Brick when he died. Both of them died, actually. You know, everybody always said Makado 600. He was the person that was pointed at. You know, the internet tend to tell a story that he was the killer. He was one of the gunmen that killed them. A lot of people spoke on this. We kind of left this story alone. You know, a lot of people say he did do it. A lot of people say no. You know, some paperwork has finally leaked on the internet. You know, it ain't been people spoke on this, talked about this, but we never got a chance to see it with our eyes. We finally got an opportunity to see it with our eyes. Some paperwork leaked on the internet that shows that McAdoo was a suspect in this murder case of FBG Brick and Coby Mack. You know, the whole 600 FBG story. Hit the like button. Go on this video 1,000 likes. You know, we didn't cover this story for years. Kind of let that go. You know, that story died down. Let that brother rest in peace unless some new news came out. You know, this paperwork just recently hit the internet. You know, Duck Mom and Brick Mom always said that, you know, she gonna fight. She want justice for her sons. Even Brick, everybody. You know, this paperwork finally hit the internet. We finally got a chance to look at it. We see Coby Mack on there, you know. We see Brick on there. Also on this paperwork, we see McAdoo name on there, you know. So that's crazy. McAdoo was actually charged with like multiple homicides and shit like that. So he was locked up facing a crime in Cook County Jail. You know, something happened where he ended up dying inside of Cook County Jail. Looked like it might have been an overdose, a suicide, or something like that. You know, reports kind of leaked that maybe it was like an overdose or something in there. You know, it's a lot of weird drugs going on inside of there. But, you know, I don't know if this is an end to that story, you know, but subscribe to my YouTube channel. I wanted to bring to your attention McAdoo from 600. You know, look like, you know, he is the person that could have been behind this killing. He was a suspect. His name came up on the paperwork. He's not here to defend that, but his name was on paperwork of FBG Brick and Coby Mack murder. And that's kind of crazy because a lot of people, it's like ending beefs and shit now. You kind of see like 600 and like MOB. I don't even want to say MOB. You see Ruge and Memo 600 putting their beef to the end and shit like that. So I don't know if this new news kind of spark anything new. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, though. It's telling me truth.